Welcome, I'm Watch Golem, bringing you videos on watches, clocks and horology. So, customary wristwatch check. On my left wrist I'm wearing my Casio W24. This is from about 1983, loving it. It is a Marlin, fantastic watch. And on my right wrist I'm still wearing my Seiko 6309 because I just love it. Since I'm doing a video on this the other week, I kind of can't really take it off my wrist. Anyway, today's watch. So today's watch, I struggle a bit with. When they first came out in about 2011, I thought, my God, what an amazing looking watch. And I still think that. And I read the spec in it and I thought, oh my God, this thing has literally absolutely everything you could want. And they were way out of my price range. I was out of work at the time. So yeah, I could just lust after it. The internet was raving about them. I wanted them. Then they started to come on the second-hand market. Still couldn't afford them. And I managed to nab one of these a few years ago for what I consider to be the right price. So you're probably wondering what it is. Well, here it is. It is the lovely, the fantastic looking Citizen SkyHawk AT in titanium. And just look at it. This is why I lusted after this for so long. Now, I'm a bit of a nerd. I like to fiddle with things. I like functionality. But just look at that. The presence of this watch is incredible. Yes, people say they don't like it. It's cluttered. It's got lots of things going on, too much, etc. But I think Citizen got the look, the feel, the balance just right. There's so much here. You've got your time to RDS because it is radio controlled, so you don't have to set it. You have up here UTC or GMT, so this is what the world uses as time for navigating, so ships, air, etc. You've got a 24-hour indicator down here, and then you've got your battery charge indicator and also telling you what part of the world the signal is coming from. And down here you've got a little thing that tells you what mode it's in. And then you've got a little LCD screen here telling you, if I can remember what it is, what the local time is, and the other one down here that's obscured by the minute hand telling you one of your 42 time zones, amongst other things. Now, it's made of titanium. It is a big watch. It uses the U600 Ecodrive movement, so solar powered. It's very good. This one I've just been testing it. I tried to catch it on video, but it happened too quickly where I had it in the drawer for 4 weeks. I took it out. Obviously, the watch had gone to sleep. The hands were whizzing round. I tried to catch it on video, but sadly, I wasn't quick enough. So I'll probably have to wait another 4 weeks to catch that one day. The loom on this is also very good. Now, this one, I don't know when it was made, but it still works. It works fine. I say I got it off eBay. No box, no papers. The strap was broken. One of the links, where was it now? Oh yeah, links here. The pin had broken. Citizen wanted extortionate amounts of money for new pins, but I managed to get off a Watch Factors some new pins, which I cut down to the right length, put in, and yeah, it's perfect. The strap is titanium. It's got brushed or polished, I should say, sections here, and then brushed on the outers and the inners. It's solid link. It has a domed mineral crystal, which a lot of people have complained about because they say it does scratch. And yes, this one does have some slight scratching on it. Not a massive fan of domed crystals because of the way they distort on the outer edges of the dial, but that's me. This one has the orange on it. I always think it's a great looking colour to have, like red hands on a chronograph or on a watch. But red and orange do fade, and this one has faded over time. When you look at them brand new, they were much brighter. So it's a bit of a shame for a watch that needs sunlight to keep itself charged, is that it makes the orange fade away. But hey, what can you do about it? It has the signed crown. Let me just zoom in, focus in on that. There we go, the ProMaster symbol. Let's have a look at the case back. a lot going on. It's very hard to film the case back. Oh, there we go. Hold on. Let me just do that and get a focus in on it. There you are. It does say, it should say Skyhawk on it. Yeah, it's hard to see, but anyway, the case back looks nice. And it does say, you know, basically service center only, etc., etc. It's a ProMaster as well, so it's from their ProMaster range. So it ticks all the boxes, and the functionality on it, obviously, as I said, it's solar powered, radio controlled. So once you set, it's almost like a set and forget watch. You know, you set the time, you set it up to receive its signal, and that's it. It will set itself, you know, twice a year for summertime, and then back to GMT. Automatic calendar. What more do you want? And it sets itself every evening. Press this button in here, and that zooms round to tell you that you have got a signal. If you don't pick up a signal, it goes the other side and says no. But yeah, and it zooms around. Also tells you, just missed it in the, but this was showing you where the signal is coming from, so European. Later versions of this now have an extra signal for China, so they have 4 indicators down below. Now, I do say I love this watch, but I also hate it at the same time. And here's the reason why. Number 1, the 118 pages of instructions you need to operate this watch. Yeah, it's not the most intuitive. And I've had this watch for 4 years, and I still have to look things up, how to do things. And the way you operate the modes is you pull out the crown to the first position, and you rotate it. And as you rotate it, down here moves to show you what you're in. So this one's going timer, and then you do it again, and you're into the chronograph. And then what you do is you have to push it in. If you can see that, I'm now in stopwatch mode. You can just about see it on the LCDs. Too much reflection here. So you look there, LCD's got the stopwatch up, and then you start stop. That's it running. And then you got to reset. Whoops. And then you want to go back. You have to pull that out and rotate it round. Oh, why is it like this? And when it's in those modes, it's not receiving a signal. So if you leave it in one of those modes, the watch will start to lose time. And when it's not receiving the RDS signal, it is a very bad quartz timekeeper, losing like a second or second and a half a day, which I think is pretty poor. What I think Citizen should have done is added an additional button here that you push to go through the modes. It would have been much easier, because sometimes when you pull this out and you turn this dial, it doesn't always grip. And it's not just this one, I've seen it on several others. And then you've got a second position out here where you can do it and set all sorts of things, your time zones, etc. All very useful, don't get me wrong, but I have to keep referring to the instruction manual on how to do it. And that's the bit I hate about it. I would have loved it if, especially with the chronograph, if they'd used the hands on the watch to do the chronograph. It had done some sort of dance, but hey, it's basically done like an LCD, like an Arnie style watch. But I do like the look of the watch. I really do. And as I say, it's a set and forget. You know, yes, I use the chronographs a bit. I use the alarms a bit. The world times, my situation in life, I don't get to travel abroad much anymore, so it's yeah, a bit pointless. But this was sold as a pilot's watch, and it's got the whiz wheel up here. Again, you have to try and remember how to do that. I used to know how to do it, but again, I have to keep referring back to the manual to remember how to use it. But I do like it. I do love it. It's also waterproof to 200 meters, which is interesting because it doesn't have a screw down crown. So let's do some stats on it. Now, it's a big watch. So if I just try and do it to here, we have, ooh, what's that? 46, nearly 46 and a half wide thickness. We have got 15 and a half. Let's try and do lug to lug. Lug to lug, looking at, hold up. Oh dear, hold on. Come on. This is a hard one. I should pre-measure these. There we go. just under 50, and the lug width probably 20, knowing Citizen. Hold on. Oh no, 22 on the lug width. It wears well, and being titanium, it's also very, very light. So although if you don't like big watches, when it's on, it feels nice. There you go. That's it on the wrist. They've got these sort of set-in quick releases. The strap's fine. The buckle, I mean, it's got this, to me, the weakest part of it, out of titanium. But when it's on, it's locked in place, and that doesn't have any stresses on it. It's got their special finish on the titanium to stop it scratching. And I have to admit, I think it probably works quite well. I mean, this watch is probably easily 10 years old. And it hasn't got very many marks at all on it. You know, yeah, I could brush it, but what's the point? That's the buckle that hits the desk all the time. And I say it's really light. They did do a steel version of this. And I have seen them. They look exactly the same, except they're made of steel. They don't obviously have the grey colour. And they don't say, somewhere down here, yeah, it doesn't say steel. Here, these ones, the titanium ones say titanium in the corner. The steel one doesn't say anything. The model number for this is a JY0010-50E. And they're still made. You'll see lots of the Red Arrows and Blue Angels versions of these watches over the years. There's also a pre-RDS version. It's still an Ecodrive, which they're going up in price. They're very popular, going up in price now. These are starting, they're just still hovering around. £130 in the UK will get you one without box and papers. You might be lucky and get one with box and papers. It'll be in good condition. After that, cheapest I've ever seen one of these go for is about 100 quid without box and papers. So, but I have to admit, value for money, you really can't go wrong. And I think they're a future classic there. I think Citizen, you know, to me, this is their sort of, with the functionality it has on the RDS, this really was a pre-smart smartwatch. And I wish it the best, but I say, I just hate the fact I always have to go to the PDF on my mobile phone to find out how to do anything on it. Anyway, please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.